peace of the Lord to all of you. I hope my voice is coming good and clear. Please invite your friends. And as we promise you, if you invite a friend, we are going to contact Allah, and He will give you a holy membership with the holy website of the holy Android dates. And you can imagine what you can get as a benefit from this holy membership. First of all, you will become a Muslim. Number two, you will become an idiot. Number three, you will become the joke of a Christian prince. So if you want the membership, just let me know. You can order for it. Today our topic is about the strength of Islam. Islam is so strong to the point if you speak against Islam, they want to kill you. To the point if you take the Bible with you to Saudi Arabia, they will arrest you. To the point they cannot let you build a church or pray to your God. But Islam is so strong. To the point you cannot preach to Muslims. You cannot tell them about your religion. You cannot tell them about belief. If you're an atheist or anything, you cannot, because Islam is strong. Because Islam is strong, we close doors, we close windows, we close the curtain, we have bars on the windows, we have, because Islam is strong, Pakistan government keeps sending YouTube, asking them to block my videos. Do you see how strong Islam? Let us face it, Islam is so strong. As I know, Pakistan is a country which has nukes. You know what I mean? Like they have nukes, right? Let's show you just how strong Islam is. At the Arabian Prophet, we receive a legal compliment from the government entity regarding your content. After a review, following the content was blocked. Crazy yet prophet. Do you see how strong it is? Pakistan. Those Muslims, they have a very strong religion, to the point they have a whole department of Islamic police monitoring the internet. Who is criticizing Muhammad, the strong Muhammad? In YouTube, in Twitter, the government of Pakistan, they have a file for me. And this is a strong religion according to Yasser Qadhi. Very strong. I keep receiving those complaints one after one. But the good thing, because I don't keep my videos, otherwise I will have long line. But anyway, I want to hear Yasser Qadhi tell us about the strength of Islam. In the beginning of this video, he started talking about, like, there is a person, his name is Al-Afghani. He mentioned that the Western, they took civilization actually from us. And then he said, this is not really too much accurate. We have to be honest here. We took from the Greek and we build in it, and then we give it to the West and they build in it. The fact they did not take anything from the Greek, and all the Muslim scientists, they call them Muslims. Those are atheists. In fact, if you check each name of them, you will see how they get killed or tortured or they've been kicked out of the land. So the Muhammadan, anyone, he become famous, they claim he is a Muslim. Anyone. When he's alive, they step on him. He's a kafir, he's a zindiq, he's a filthy, he's against Allah. A few hundred years after, they say he was a Muslim. As simple as that. I remember when I was in high school, we have like the whole section about Arab scientists. So the teacher was speaking. He put the name on in the board. He wrote Al-Khwarizmi, and Arabic, all of us, and Arabic is our first language. Khwarizmi doesn't make any sense. What Khwarizmi? Usually, such a word you use when you are mentioning that the person, he is coming from like certain area. So it sounds like a name of an area, and he belonged there. So I said, sir, where is this? It says Arab scientist. They said yes. I said Al-Khwarizmi. Okay, he's an Arab. What does that mean? What this word mean? He said Khawarizm, Khawarizm, Khawarizm. You look at Khawarizm in the map, you will find that this is way far, like at that time it was part of Persia. So I said, but this is how, if he's a Khawarizm, how this guy is an Arab? So they steal even the one who is a Persian, they make him an Arab. The Persian Gulf, they make it the Arab Gulf. Israel, they make it the land of the Arab. Jerusalem suddenly became the city of Muhammad. I mean, you name it. But today, Mr. Yasser Kadhi is going to tell you about some of the strongest things the Muhammadan they have in their religion. What is that? Let us hear him.
Intellectual ideas. We took what the Greek had, we built on it. We handed it over to Europe, they built on it.
Oh.
And they went to the moon and back.
Oof.
They took our knowledge, let's be honest.
A correction. The Prophet Muhammad, he went to the moon and came back before them, just to correct you. So even that thing is not accurate, my friend. It's a Prophet Muhammad who took the first mule with 2 wings in his... I mean, have you ever heard of a flying donkey, his wings in his ass? It sounds like a tornado. I mean, this Muhammad, he have a great imagination. I mean, look, he did not put the wings in the front, not in the middle. He put it in the ass. 2 wings in the ass, in the hips. So what are you talking about? The Western are not the first one who went to the moon. It was the Prophet Muhammad who went way behind the moon. Where moon? Nothing was nothing, you know. And all of it in 8 hours. He went to the end of the space. The end, you know. He went where Allah, he planted his tree. It's called Luta tree. A Luta tree have leaves, each one of them in the size of an elephant ear, and they are made of gold. What a beautiful tree. And you can walk underneath of it for 100 years. Does that make it big, supposedly? I mean, I thought Allah is bigger than that. If Allah can lay down under a tree, the distance of it is 100 years. That means it's still short. 100 years and the speed of what? Camel or walking? No. What is that? Anyway. So, okay, so we took from the Greek and we gave to the Western. The Western went to the moon, then they came back and...
Here. Again, we have to be a bit more critical rather than superficial.
Right.
They took what we gave them and they built on it to where we are today.
True story.
So indeed, it is true that we did a little bit, no doubt about that. But in the end of the day, we stopped doing what we were doing.
What are you talking about? Aren't you burning France today? Aren't you making street dirties in England? Aren't you smuggling, trafficking human to Europe? From Pakistan, 500 Pakistani, they drown in the front of Greece. You are doing a lot to Europe right now. What are you talking about? Continue, please.
They took over and they took it to a whole different level.
The whole different level. Okay, yeah, we did it, not you. Okay. And what is the level you have? What is the strength of Islam? I'm trying to understand.
One point. Another point can be said here, actually many points can be said, that in fact, and this is my main point of the whole...
I love it when a Muslim, he say in fact, because everything in Islam is a fact. Listen, when you go to the heaven of Allah, you will have 70 years orgasm. That is a fact. In fact, I know that my people in the Middle East, their orgasm right now is 69 years and 9 months. But in heaven, Allah will make it 70. It's a fact. I mean, Muslim, they are the one who talk only about facts, brother. And later we can talk the fact about the Gog and Magog and the fact of the flying carpet of Suleiman. And Suleiman debating an ant and he lost the debate miserably. And the fact that Suleiman, his shaitan, he F all his wives, and Suleiman was working as a dummy in the market carrying fish. The idiot, he left the palace just because he lost the ring. And the fact that the wife of Suleiman, she gave the ring to the shaitan because she thought this is Suleiman, because when he go to the bathroom, he don't take the ring of Allah with him. All those are facts. And not to forget to mention that Prophet Muhammad used to F all his wives in one night without washing until the end. That is a fact. It must be true. I mean, that's normal in the Middle East. This is why Middle Eastern are #1 people in the world who buy Viagra, because obviously they are so good in bed. Right. It's a fact. Remember, in Islam, we bring you nothing but fact. Continue.
Khatira. This tactic might be semi-valid, it's not wrong, but it is not also the most correct or the best tactic.
Really?
Why?
Remember, he is teaching the Muslim how to refute the Western when they say to them, you Muslim, what you have? So he's teaching them now how to refute the Western. So now we have a new tactic. This is a war Zoom chat. What the tactic? What the tactic? Brother, tell us what the tactic. New tactic.
Because in the end of the day, our strength, what we call our trump card, no pun intended, our strength is not in Ibn al-Haytham
No?
and al-Khawarizmi
No.
and Ibn Rushd
No.
and al-Razi. That's not our strength.
Where?
No. This is not where we will win the debate.
Where?
Our strength is in what Allah blessed us with, a knowledge of who we are, why we're here, a knowledge of heaven and hell, a knowledge of morality.
I love it. Who is a Muslim would like to join us live on air and tell us why we are here according to Islam? This person, he just mentioned morality. Morality. Who is a Muslim would like to join us live on air and teach us the morality of Islam? Morality in Islam? Like what? Like what? Can you give me some information?
Iman. This is where we will always be better than them. I wish we could measure not GDP, but akhlaq. I wish we could measure
Akhlaq, moral. I mean, this guy is coming from Pakistan, a country where everybody is corrupt. A country where, according to Google, they are #1 country in the world search for sex with donkey. Sex with who? With donkey. Morality. What is #1 nation? #1 nation sexy web search called Pornistan. And they keep winning always the top, not like 2010, 2007, 2003, 2005, 2000. I mean, they beat everybody. Brother, this is where we win. Morality. In morality, we are in the top. We have all the proof and the reference when it's come to morality. Don't remind me, your prophet, he killed. Tell me more about morality so we can just remind me of his stories.
respect to elders.
Respect to elders. Prophet Muhammad, he raped a woman, her name is Qirfa. Qirfa. He ripped her 2 parts when she is alive. She is more than, between 86 to 90 years old. Respect to elders. He tied her legs, the evil Muhammad, to 2 camels, and he forced the camels to run in 2 different directions, and they split her 2 pieces. Can you imagine how much Muhammad, he respect the elder, a woman, she is in the age of his grandma? And by the way, Yasser Kadhi, as long you respect the elders in Pakistan and Middle East and Islamic countries more than the Western, what do you do for them there? Is it true they sleep in the road? Is it true they don't have medication? Is it true that they are beggars for food and nobody is helping? Is it true that in Europe, an old man, he will not sleep in the street unless he's losing his mind? Is it true that in the Western, they give you a salary if you're an old man? Isn't it true that in the Western, those you say we have better moral than them? If you beat a dog, you go to jail. But if you beat a woman in Islam, you are a good man. Isn't it true that your prophet, he said, a man should not be questioned why he is beating his wife? And you are talking about respecting women and children and elders. Not to forget to mention Prophet Muhammad marrying a child, if we can call it marriage. Morality. A man should not be questioned. Let us see if we can find the hadith. Give me a second. Invite your friends, guys. Invite, come on. Maybe you don't want me to come every day, don't you? Are you bored of me? Just say it, say it. You know, last time I asked people if you are bored of me, and they said yes. Do you know what I did? I came back after 15 minutes. I'm very sensitive. It doesn't affect me. I do my work. I serve the Lord. Who care who like me, who don't. A man should not be questioned why he is beating his wife. Yasir Qadhi is asking us to respect the morality of Islam. The woman, she called the police. Teredem, 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 or maybe her son. The police answer. This is the police of Dr. Naik with you. Sir, my father is beating my mom. Can you please send somebody is beating her? Listen to me carefully. Prophet Muhammad, beat me upon him. He said that if a man is beating his wife, police cannot be involved. What the heck? This is the morality of Islam, that if a man beating his wife, police cannot involve. Exactly. Why is that? Because he's the husband, and the husband can beat his wife. Okay? What if he's an idiot? What if he killed her? No problem. If he killed her, just give it a call. And yes, Rakadi. It's telling us about morality in Islam. My friend, morality is so good. The Prophet asking for the hand of a child, she is not even a few days old, she is an infant. Habiba, the morality of the Prophet. The Prophet is licking the face of Osama and say, I wish of Osama he was a girl, I will marry her, I will dress her. And not he will marry her, like he will marry her to somebody supposedly, and he will dress her. I mean, he's a boy. While you are thinking about a boy, he's a girl. But Bachabazi, the morality of Islam that we have, a culture, promote Bachabazi. Do you know what Bachabazi? Who of you do not know what Bachabazi? If you do not know what Bachabazi, you're missing a lot. I mean, this is the religion of morality. Bachabazi. I'm typing in Arabic, hold on. Bachabazi. Brothers and sisters, in the country which is full of morality, they have something called Bachabazi. What is a Bachabazi? Listen, they are not homosexual. And Rotet, he said, Muslims, they don't support LGBT. No, they don't support it, but they are, all of them, they are the LGBT in those countries. This is not, those are the mullahs of Islam. They bring little boys and they made them dressed like girls. And after the party, after they dance with them, they rape them. They rape boys. Look, this video is blocked because I'm not under the age which is suitable for to see this. Bachabazi. Look, what the heck is that? What kind of... Kandahar, the homosexual nightlife of Islamic Afghanistan. Criminals. If you watch the videos, you will see how disgusting it is. And then they school us about what? About morality. Morality. They are the best of morality. I mean, the Western, those are boys, those are not girls. The one you see in front of you in yellow, this is not a man. This is not a girl. This is not a female. So they claim that they are against transgender, but they are creating a huge number of population of transgender. It's a business. Morality. I don't know. I'm so confused and so convinced. Excuse my English word, because sometimes I speak Francois. Oh boy. The morality that you are. What about secret wife? Look, we have secret wife religion. No way. Yes, brother. Ooh. It can't be true. Secret wife? The morality that you don't even dare to tell your wife that you want to have another wife. Not only you practice multi-bed share, like multi-women sharing in the bed, and you see, like, when somebody do such a thing, he knew it's wrong. But in Islam, this is legal. It is Islam. It is what it is, you know. And he speak about morality. So listen to this video clip here, in case you are interested. This is really dawah. He brought a bunch of women. They are Muslims and they are hot. And how I know they are hot? Now the Muslim, they will say, look what he is saying about Muslim women. Well, if they are not hot, they will not say what you just heard. Listen carefully what they say. I'm not the one who's saying that.
Yes, pass. Would you die for her? Yes, pass. If your wife was okay, would you get a second wife? Yes, pass. There is not a conflict between a man loving his wife and a man wanting to be polygamous.
I agree. Because I get the polygamous part. I get the whole wanting to have more intimacy with more than one woman.
Yeah. Muslim men, because they are so moral, they like to have intimacy with more than one woman. She understands. The Muslim sister, she understands. And the Muslim boys in the front of them, they are understanding what she understands. He want to have multiple intimacy. Like, she did not say even multiple wives. She said intimacy. So the purpose of it is just, excuse my language, effing. Effing. What is the purpose of the second wife and the third wife and the fourth wife? She mentioned it. Intimacy with multiple women. Yusuf is inviting us to Islam because that will save us from fire. Yusuf, my friend, I don't know if you know your religion. According to Islam, every Muslim will go to hellfire. Why you don't call me to show you the Quran? I mean, the Muslim, by the way, they give us something. Brothers, sisters, convert to Islam because that will save you from hellfire. Hey, Yusuf, who is going to save you from Iran when they attack you? The American. Who is going to save the Kaaba from the missiles of Iran? The American. Who is going to save Emirat and Kuwait and Bahrain from Iraq? The American. Who is going to save you from the Chinese and the Russian? The American. Where is Allah? So don't tell me about hellfire. You are in hellfire already. I mean, your land is messed up. Disease, illness, with all the money you have. Until now, you are the most illiterate nations in the world. Instead of building schools, you build mosque. You go to the mosque, what they teach you. Let us see what they teach you in the mosque. Do you want to see what they teach you in the mosque? Listen to this.
Inshallah, I am trying to raise 500,000.
Yeah, he's trying to raise, yeah. They teach you in the mosque that you should buy halal food for cats. Cat halal food. Cat halal food.
And halal raw cat food. There are countless health benefits to this new raw diet. Check them out on Instagram.
And they say to you that the Muslim do not have any innovation. Shouldn't we remember that the first one who created halal cat food is the Muslims? Isn't it the cats now are so thankful and praising Allah that they are Muslim cats? So the cat in Islam, she eat halal mice and halal cockroach and halal fly, halal cat food. In the chat, in the video of Mimi Lili Dawa, this is a top technology? Do the Russian have that? No. Olga from Russia, do you have that? No. Vladimir, do you have that? No. Okay, what about you, Mr. Richard? Absolutely not. Okay, what about you, Mr. German, Ivan? You don't. Okay, translation, you don't. Okay, what about you from, from Japan, Mr. Suzuki? Okay, all right. Okay, so I didn't think, I don't know, something, Mr. Sushi, you want to say something? You agree? Okay. So Sushi agree that the Japanese don't have halal cat food. I mean, what about the Jews? They, Moshe, do you have anything to say, Moshe? Habibi, Christian Prince, Habibi. We cannot create such a thing, Habibi, because this is halal cat food. We have kosher for human. We don't have kosher for animals. Are you sure? Well, I'm very sure. I'm very sure. Okay, well, you know what, Jewish boy, the Muslims, they did beat you. Look, they have halal cat food. Habibi, listen, Habibi. You want to feed the cat halal food, kosher food? You must be crazy, Habibi. Unbelievable. Yeah, somebody he liked my German. Yeah, actually, I was born in Germany. I was like, because what happened, my dad, he was hijacking an airplane in the Amazon River in Indonesia. And then, they were like somebody hunting by mistake, Vladimir Putin. So he shot the airplane, even though he was, they used to work with my dad as parent. But anyway, by mistake, things happen sometimes. So, he, like the airplane fell down and I found myself in Bangladesh. And that's why I became German, all right? So this is a true story, by the way, Sahih Bukhari. Don't ask me for the what? The chain of narration. So what we learn when we go to the mosque, like in education and we beat everybody. Okay, what you beat them beside the halal food, cat food, whatever.
Yajuj and Majuj. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about them in the Quran, and they are mentioned specifically in a hadith, brothers and sisters.
Specifically. If there's anything left, just chip it. Quran and specifically in the hadith. If there's any other source in Islam for things. It's like somebody, a doctor, he is giving you good news. By the way, your wife, she will have a baby. And then you ask him, do you know the gender? He says, yes, I know. It's going to be either male or female. That is a prophecy. So specifically, brother. Okay, go.
Now, one thing that a lot of people make a mistake, which I've seen, people of knowledge, is that they try to comprehend and understand.
You see, the strength of Islam that Muslims don't comprehend and they do not understand. Are you with me with the strength of Islam? The weakness of a Muslim is when he try to comprehend and he try to understand. This is something very special. This religion is so strong to the point you should not try to understand, neither comprehend.
Now, one thing that a lot of people make a mistake, which I've seen.
It's a mistake. What is the mistake?
People of knowledge, is that they try to comprehend and understand who is Yajuj and Majuj?
Yeah,
where are they? How could they stay in a cave for so long and dig, and just when they're about to come out? And obviously, some say there's explanation, etc.
Yeah,
part of it,
Are you sure originally you are not a cat? I mean, the Hindu, they say, like, if you have a bad karma, good karma, stuff like this. I mean, sometimes you talk like a cat. You and mini hijab. Your voice comes suddenly from the nose, and like you're sniffing for a mice or something in the corner. Okay, so what now? What is the conclusion?
Not authentic, whatever it is. I was trying to get into that, okay? You know, and then
Oh, please, he don't want to get into that. Because he's a person of knowledge, but he don't want to get into that. He know everything.
Dhul Qarnayn, and there's so many speculations, etc. And a lot of people come, and then
Don't speak dirty. What do you mean a lot of people come? Are you talking about Muslims in heaven? Are you saying that Muslims in heaven, all of them, they will come in the same time? Yes, because it's 70 years orgasm. They start all of them in the same time. They finish orgasm in the same time. They take the second women in the same time. And they have again orgasm in the same time. So they come all together. But I'm assuming you are not talking about that come. You are talking about people who are coming, not coming. Yeah.
like some people even get into doubt with this matter. Some individuals even leave Islam, and I'm like, what's the issue here?
What is the issue here? Because Islam is so strong. You see, the topic is Islam is the strength of Islam. What the issue here? You see, Yasser Qadhi, he will explain to us the issue better.
Ya'juj and Ma'juj is actually, for our modern times, I would say, one of the most, if not the most problematic of the signs of Judgment Day.
I thought Islam is so strong, it turned to be problematic. Yes. I mean, you have a video about the strength of Islam, and now you are talking about Muslims leaving Islam because Islam have a lot of problems. A lot of Iranian converting to Christianity. Yeah, this is not true. This is, this is not old. This is not new. Sorry, this is old. This is, it's happening every day. Yeah, but this is from a long time ago, not only now. The biggest converted church in USA is Iranian church. You can search them. They have TV stations. They have radios. They are very well organized. They have, hundreds of churches. Yeah, but in Iran, yeah, the number of Christians is growing so fast. But this is not only in Iran. In Syria, Kurdish, a lot of Kurdish converted to Christianity too. In Iraq, not to forget to mention China. And I believe actually the biggest country in the world who is going to become a Christian in the future is China. Christianity is spreading in China is in a speed you cannot even imagine. You cannot even imagine with all the discrimination of the Chinese. What about India? You see, Modi and the Hindu parties in India, they are discriminating horribly the Christians. They are attacking their villages, burning their churches. They do the same as the Muslim in Pakistan. Yet the Christians in India, the number of them is, because why they are doing that? Because a lot of Hindus converting to Christianity. With Muslims, they have different technique. They do jihad, love, and those stories. Christian, they don't. Christian, they are just being a Christian with their neighbors. And the neighbors, they love Christianity and they join the faith in Christ. And that make the Hindu priest go crazy and ask the mob to go and burn churches and burn houses and etc. And because in the West we don't have real leaders like Trump. He went to India, he shake hands with Modi, and the same as Biden, but none of them mention what they are doing to the Christians, because Trump and Biden both are scumbags. However, Christianity will grow. It doesn't matter how much you discriminate. In fact, the more you discriminate us, the more we are strong. Christianity is not in a good shape when we are relaxing. This is my experience. Christians are way stronger and way more faithful when they are discriminated. This is exactly what happened in the first 300 years for Christianity. They were discriminated to the point they throw the Christians, our church fathers, they throw them to the beast to make them food for fun. For fun. Still, those Christians, who they are amazingly strong believers, they refuse to deny Jesus. They said to them, deny Christianity, we will not kill you. They refuse. And this is here we see why we laugh at the Muslim when they say the Christian, they corrupted their book. Those people, they paid their life, literally, So why in the world they want to corrupt their book? Even the stupid Quran is speaking about something really amazing about the Christians. That when a Jewish king, his name is Abu Nawas, he occupied a part of Yemen, or all of Yemen. And then he made a field, or he dig in the ground, big a huge hole. I know what's wrong with this website. Rose, now it's working. In chapter 85, from verse number 1, you will see here in verse number 4, the one who were killed by burning them alive. Who are they? Those are Christians. So how in the world those people, they will change their Bible? They refuse to deny Jesus, and the result is the whole town were burned according to the Quran. The story is in the front of you. So the Hindus, the Muslims, even the Jews, they make a counterfront, enemy of Christ, to fight Christianity. Are you going to contain it and stop it? No, the fact is going to be the opposite. We will be stronger and we will grow and you will be defeated, for your God is the devil and you are evil. And we will not do the same you do. We will not burn a synagogue of a Jew, and we will not burn a mosque, and we will not burn a Hindu temple. We will not. We are not evil like you. And this is why we will win. Going back to the story of Gog and Magog. So the strong Islam is so strong as long as you don't ask questions or you don't try to comprehend. But then what is the strength of it if it's a blind faith and you cannot ask questions? And what kind of a religion this religion is, you as a part of it, not a stranger, you don't and you are not allowed even to ask question about it. So how you can explain to me what is your belief if you yourself don't dare even to ask and to comprehend?
Dhul Qarnayn and dig, and just when they're about to come out, come once again to my channel. Yajuj and Majuj. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about them in the Quran, and they are mentioned specifically in a hadith, brothers and sisters. Now, one thing that a lot of people make a mistake, which I've seen, people of knowledge, is that they try to comprehend and understand who is Yajuj and Majuj? Where are they? How could they stay in a cave for so long and dig, and just when they're about to come out, and obviously there's issues, some say there's issues with that narration, etc. Some parts of it, are not authentic, whatever it may be. I'm not trying to get into that, okay? And then Dhul Qarnayn, and there's so many speculations, etc. And a lot of people come and they're like, some people even get into doubt with this matter. Some individuals even leave Islam, and I'm like, what's the issue here? Let me tell you guys the crux of the matter, because there are a lot of people and a lot of individuals who've tried to make people understand this and even push the narrative of these certain ex-Muslims, that, people are leaving Islam because of this apparently, which I just heard one individual, and most of his reasons were because, he couldn't have intimacy with a lot of girls or something along those lines. Okay, I don't think it was this issue at all, it was more of his desires. The point is this, that we fall for this, and then what we try to do is, in return, is like, I know, let's try to bring it down to a logical level and try to explain it in a logical way. Now, I've seen many people do these videos, okay? Many people, one of those was Dr. Yasir Qadhi. The thing is now, it's Ramadan. I'm not here to talk about anybody, etc. Okay? I don't want to make anything to ruin my fast, my Ramadan, etc. All I'm just saying is, obviously, there's a lot of things I don't agree with Dr. Yasir Qadhi, and there's things I agree with.
Yeah. The drama is, So, Islam is very strong, and Islam is very good, and Islam is wonderful. And Islam, as you can imagine, it's the most strong faith on earth. But people leave Islam the second they ask questions.
Actually, for our modern times, I would say one of the most, if not the most problematic of the signs of Judgment Day. And it has caused many of our youth to question, to doubt. I myself have met people that have actually left Islam because of these types of tales. And we have to be honest and frank and not pretend as if this doesn't exist. Perhaps some of you are not accustomed to hearing people speak like this, but my philosophy is different. We are dealing with the crisis of people leaving our faith, our own children, our own young men and women. And of the reasons why is that we are not answering some of these issues that they bring, and we dismiss them. The issue of Ya'juj and Ma'juj is something that doesn't just occur in the hadith. It is explicit in the Quran. Standard medieval interpretation of Ya'juj and Ma'juj is the following. This is what you find in Ibn Kathir. You find it in the tafsir literature of As-Samarqandi and of Al-Tha'labi. And basically, this is the mainstream interpretation for our classical and middle ages of Islam. If you look at any book of tafsir, any book of history, the notion was the following. Ya'juj and Ma'juj are a bizarre, exotic tribe in the nether regions of the world that have been trapped by Dhul Qarnayn thousands of years ago, and they're still trapped to this day. That Ya'juj and Ma'juj are a living tribe, blocked to this day behind the wall that was built 4,000, 5,000 years ago. That wall miraculously is still there. People can see on the one side, and on the other side you have these savages that Allah knows how they're eating, drinking, replicating, whatnot, and they're still there for eons and eons and eons. Dare I say, anybody who knows science and geography and modern civilization cannot believe that there is a tribe for 4,000 years trapped behind a wall.
I mean, so he's admitting that he's a prophet, is a fraud. There's a guy, his name is Yusuf. He's saying, can he call me? For sure, you can call me, my friend. Just text me in Skype. I will take your call right away. Just text me, I will call you. So, are you going to believe, he's saying to you, are you going to believe in all the poo-poo Muhammad he mentioned in the hadith? Remember, everything he just said now, he's debunking every statement Muhammad he said. Because it's Muhammad and the Quran said there is a dam. There is a wall. The wall even built from iron and copper. He's saying now, with all the science we have, who in the world want to believe in this? And imagine this guy is the same guy in the other video speaking about the strength of Islam. So the strength of Islam is people live in Islam. Why? Because who in the world want to believe? And remember that those Gog and Magog, they are not like a nation of 1,000, 2,000. No, the ratio of them, according to Muhammad, is 1,000 to 1 human, which means and not only that, even when one of them, before he died, those Gog and Magog, he will have 1,000 boy child before he died. So if they are in the time of Muhammad, they were 1,000 to 1 human, their ratio. And then you calculate the number, that each 1,000 of them, he will make 1,000 before he died. So what the ratio by today would be? Billions of trillions. Billions of trillions. Where we can find them? We cannot find them. The story is a fiction story. Muhammad is a madman.
Ago, that wall miraculously is still there. People can see on the one side, and on the other side you have these savages that Allah knows how they're eating, drinking, replicating, whatnot, and they're still there for eons and eons and eons. Dare I say, anybody who knows science and geography and modern civilization, you cannot believe that there is a tribe for 4,000 years trapped behind a wall. I mean, if you believe this, that's your position. I cannot believe it. I'm just being...
I cannot believe it. And then, brother, the Islamic strength is getting even more powerful.
Yasir Qadhi should be shut down. His channel should be shut down. He should never be allowed to open his mouth.
Oh, wait, what are you talking about? Brother, are you serious? What? What you just said?
Shut down his channel. Shut down. Should be shut down. His
What?
Qadi should be shut down. His channel should be shut down. He should never be allowed to open his mouth. Qadi should be shut down. His channel should be shut down. He should never be allowed to open his mouth. Yasir Qadi should be shut down. His channel should be shut down. He should never be allowed to open his mouth.
Why? Is that because Islam is so strong, or the more he talk, he is exposing the stupidity of Islam? So now, instead of saying, okay, his guy, I mean, the Muslims are honest people, by the way. Why is upset? Because that guy is saying what he should not say. This is what he's saying. You should shut down, or shut up, you idiot. Shut up, you stupid son of Muta. You are telling everybody that this is impossible and this is stupid. What's wrong with you?
Yasir Qadi should be shut down. His channel should be shut down. He should never be allowed to open his mouth.
What about you? Should you be allowed to? I mean, there is tons of videos of you hilarious.
About Islam. Wallahi.
Wallahi.
This person is a disaster that has engulfed this ummah.
When you do a deep dive is when things get very, very awkward and difficult.
No. If you want misguidance, listen to Yasir Qadi.
The preservation of the ahruf, is it 1, is it 3, is it 7?
Yasir al-Qadi, I accuse you. You are worse than the layman people.
This is the same guy, I forgot his name, the one who was kicked from Al-Azhar University because he was, anyone remember his name? Anyone knows the name of this guy? Because I saw him in the park in England. There's a guy, originally he is from Syria. I don't want to say without being sure. He was kicked from Al-Azhar because he was a homosexual. If somebody knows his name, let me know, please. So all of them, they make poo-poos. And the Muhammadan, they take opportunity to bite each other. They love to bite each other. That's why Muslims don't trust Muslims. When I was in high school age, I go to Muslim houses, kids of my age in the school. I go, I sit with their sisters, I sit with their mom. I respect them. I don't, I respect the privacy of the family. But if somebody is a Muslim from the same classroom, he come, all the sister will hide. The mother will hide. With me, they sit, the Muslim, when they are inside the house, they wear very revealing clothing. They don't dress the same as outside as inside. So when I go inside, I'm one of the family. They trust me. Muslim, they trust Christians. They never trust a Muslim. The second a Muslim, he knock at the door, all the females will hide. All the females will be behind the doors. I go, his sisters, they bring the fruit, they bring the tea, they bring the coffee, his mom, his sister, they sit with us, we talk, everything is normal. A Muslim boy show up, everybody disappear. They don't trust them. And this is the truth. God is my witness. God is my witness. Tell us more.
When things get very, very awkward and difficult.
No. If you want misguidance, listen to Yasir Qadi.
The preservation of the ahruf, is it 1, is it 3, is it 7?
Yasir al-Qadi, I accuse you. You are worse than the layman people. You failed.
This is not a joke, brothers and sisters. The issue of ahruf and qira'at caused confusion to somebody whom the Prophet ﷺ said, if you want to listen to the Quran directly, listen to Ubay.
ما في مشكلة تكفير يا أخي. Live. We don't care.
The most advanced of our scholars, they're not quite fully certain how to solve all of the unanswered questions in there.
Yasir Qadi, when you see him on a video, click X.
Traditional understandings of ahruf and qira'at cannot answer some of these pressing questions that are now being poked.
When you hear him, close your ears. lest you want to be exposed to fitna.
The standard narrative has holes in it. That's what I'm going to say.
This quote-unquote renowned scholar, he's a da'i. He does not qualify to be a scholar.
I would advise Dr. Yasir Qadhi to stop indulging in this, because this is not his field. He's not an authority to
This guy, he have high school, he want to teach Yasir Qadhi what he can say. Especially this guy. This guy, he in the speaker corner, he told some Christians, is that the language of a Christian? He say this to Muslim women, suckle me, are you stupid? She is the one, she said, that Jesus was playing with his mother boobs. Your sister was a whore. I respond to her, I said, in fact, it's your prophet who said to me, to say to you, suckle me. So the coward, he don't dare to debate me, because we get them busted in everything they say. Like he made a video about how the Quran knew that the Pharaoh exists in this time, not at that time. So I made a video about it, and I made him shish kebab. And since then, the guy is so crying. Anyway, so now Yasir Qadhi is a poo-poo and you are the doo-doo. You are the doo-doo, not the poo-poo.
to say.
If I were to give you a blank mushaf, yeah, and tell you to write what is munazzal verbatim from Allah into that mushaf with no human interference, would you write something which corresponds?
It's not an easy answer. It's not an easy yes or no.
I think this should be an easy yes or no, though. Yes.
Yeah, you see, this is what it's cheating code. You know, cheating. So Mimi Hijab now, he's trying to make him say, "Come on, say yes, easy answer. Come on, you know, what are you doing?" I think this is an easy answer, yes or no. Come on. He's telling him what to say. Yasir Qadhi, you know, he's not a kid like them, so he is not going to change his mind. This is not an easy answer because we know that there's a hole in the narrative. So the stupid Mimi Hijab, he insists to ask the question. Yasir Qadhi told him, "Don't ask this question in public." In the video there. And the stupid Muhammad Hijab, actually, what happened? After he had this interview, he deleted the interview. And what happened, there is an ex-Muslim, he was watching, he took a copy before he deleted. And then he published it again. And he spoke about why Mimi Hijab, he deleted the video. They thought if they delete the video, nobody will notice, that's it. I mean, we take it off. Before everybody noticed what happened. But by taking the video, actually, that even make more attention for the video. And now everybody speak about the hole in the narrative, and not to forget that the miracle of the Quran is debunked.
May be staying in Islam for the right reasons. How? One of the reasons I accepted Islam was the scientific miracles. I'll be honest with you. And now we know that this whole scientific miracles was actually nonsense,
Not totally nonsense. Then he made another video. He is so upset, saying, yes, it is not. There is no scientific miracle.
miracles in the Quran got debunked. And for some odd reason, funnily enough, like as if they thought that it was a slip of the tongue. I'll repeat it again, very carefully. The scientific miracles argument in the Quran got debunked. Yeah, I hope my tajweed was on point.
So what is left? What is left? I mean, Gog and Magog debunked. The flying carpet debunked. Muhammad is born 4 years after his father. Debunked that he claimed to be, he is from Abraham and from Ishmael. Because we do not know even who is the father. Muhammad, he went to Jerusalem, debunked. Muhammad, he went to the seventh heaven, debunked. Muhammad, he did not, Muhammad, he spoke to his God, never spoke to Allah, debunked. So, I mean, what is left? The strong Arabic language in the Quran, debunked. The history in the Quran is a shish kebab. Like Mary, the sister of Aaron. Right? Can you post your full debate against Omar? I don't know who is this guy. I have thousands of people, they call me, I don't remember their names. Anyway, as you see, Islam have a strength, but where it is, the strength of Islam is we should not share the truth. Without lies, Islam dies. So they were lying to you for all those 25 years about scientific miracles of the Quran. And it turned now to be that there is zero scientific miracle of the Quran. It turned to be that Muslims are leaving Islam like an avalanche. Why? Because the stories of the Quran, not only it does not make sense, it is so stupid. It's so dummy, to the point even a dummy person cannot believe in it. So what is the strength of Islam? If there is anyone here there to call me and tell me what is the strength of Islam, what is left? Even in the sword, they are strong. What sword? If all the Muslims now, they attack Israel, all of them together, Israel will wipe them out. Even in the sword, they are nobody. What is left? The guy said God regretted for creating mankind, so has not all knowing. Well, my friend, this is a stupid argument, because when the Bible speaks about regret, that's God speaking about that He is sorry for a human being for what he did to himself. And we can't find a similar story in the Quran, but Muslims are ignorant. Anyway, if you have somebody, a Muslim, want to ask me the same question, let him call me so we can laugh at the same question or any other question. All Muslims are welcome to call me, and all of you, I challenge every Muslim, by the way, who call me, and he can record the argument with me and post it in his channel. I challenge them all. I would love to see every Muslim who call me to download the video after he called me and post it everywhere and let everybody be the judge. You know, if Christianity is funny, they will laugh at us. If Islam is funny, they will laugh at Islam. No problem. Just give me a call. So what is the strength of Islam? Anyone can tell me? Muslims themselves, they cannot find the strength. Ask no questions. Chapter 5, verse 101. Verse 102 says, because the similar questions people before you, they asked them and they left the faith. They left the faith. Anyone, any Muhammadan, he would like to call us and join us, feel free. I want to see if you Muslims can stand it and stay as a Muslim after you call me, and bring all your ability in the fight. Even you can call with a team, like not one, not two, not a normal team, like, you know, you can call Yasser Qadhi and let him join us. You can call someone funny like Zakir Naik. Bring whoever you want. I never say no to anyone. But don't bring me a Muslim woman. Do we have any Muhammadan there to call? If you are sure from your religion, then I don't think there is a reason for you to be worried about calling us and proving Islam to us to be good. Because as you see, all your cleric in the internet, the famous one, they are saying things really crazy. Scientific miracle, it turned to be a lie, which means every single video in YouTube about scientific miracle, it was a fraud. Fraud. Because when you say it was debunked, that means what? Do you know what does that mean? That means you were all lying. Otherwise, you cannot debunk facts. You can debunk lies. So how a Muslim, he is a believer. And then this believer, he fabricates scientific miracles to make people believe Quran is from God. And then after 25 years, and I am the first one who wrote books to get it busted. And for sure, before I start writing my books, I was making my videos laughing at all those scientific miracles. So All those years, the Muslim, they were saying Christian Prince is lying, and now it turned to be to what? The truth. Christian Prince was saying the truth. The Quran not only does not have scientific miracle, the Quran is a book of errors. Prove me wrong. Just text me, and I will call you. May I call you about contradiction in the Quran? No, I want Muslims, my friend. I want Muslims. Only Muslims. I want Muslims. Please, if you are a Muslim, text me. If you are not, then there's no need. So let's listen to more and see how Islam is collapsing.
Modern civilization. You cannot believe that there is a tribe for 4,000 years trapped behind a wall. I mean, if you believe this, that's your position. I cannot believe it. I'm just being, I find this very difficult to believe.
So what does that mean exactly? This is not only about you believe or not. This is about Muhammad being a liar. Yasser Qadhi in the mosque. I don't know why the Muslims get upset from me, but they go to the mosque saying to them, Muhammad is a liar. I agree with him. He just said, if you believe that there is a wall and there is people, behind that wall, you want to believe in that, this is your business. Myself, I cannot believe. Right? Me, myself, I cannot believe. But all these stories are authentic from Muhammad himself about the wall, and even Muhammad, he claimed that during his time, he woke up and he was terrified, horribly terrified. Why? Because Gog and Magog, they opened a small, tiny hole in the size of his finger in the wall. Do you see it? He starts shouting, screaming, saying, "Away to you, Arab, from what is coming to you, away to you, Arab." Read it. Prophet of Allah, PBUH, this is kind of acid, I don't know if you know about acid. Like if you do chemistry or stuff, I do a lot of chemistry. Like I receive a lot of chemistry email from Muslim women. They say to me, like one of them, she said to me, "So what if your voice is so sexy? I hate you, I hate you, I hate you." And this is PHUB, whatever, something, chemistry. So like I hate you, a lot of hate. So the Prophet came to visit me one day, frightened, and he said, "La ilaha illallah." This is the voice of Liya Dawah, before he take a hormone. And there is not true God, but no, I'm proud of it. We to the Arab. What the heck? What's happening? Because of an evil which has drawn near, the false prophecy. So Muhammad, he claimed 1400 years ago, that the Arab now soon, Gog and Magog are coming to them. And now, we see nobody. And Yasser Qadhi is saying, if you believe in that, if you believe really there's those millions of people behind the wall, well, it's up to you. For me, I cannot believe in the poo-poo of Muhammad. That's what he's saying. Otherwise, any Muslim is welcome to call me and tell me what he meant. Did he mean something else? No. Listen to it carefully. He made it so clear. If you believe in that there is those people behind the wall, it's your business. I don't believe in that.
Behind the wall that was built for our classical and middle ages of Islam. If you look at any book of tafsir, any book of history, the notion was the following. Ya'juj and Ma'juj are a bizarre, exotic tribe in the nether regions of the world that have been trapped by Dhul Qarnayn thousands of years ago, and they're still trapped to this day. That Ya'juj and Ma'juj are a living tribe, blocked to this day behind the wall that was built 4,000, 5,000 years ago. That wall miraculously is still there. People can see on the one side, and on the other side you have these savages that Allah knows how they're eating, drinking, replicating, whatnot, and they're still there for eons and eons and eons. Dare I say, anybody who knows science and geography and modern civilization, you cannot believe that there is a tribe for 4,000 years trapped behind a wall. I mean, if you believe this,
Yani. Okay, but Yasser Qadhi, I mean, do you believe that Muhammad, he went to the seventh galaxy in the top of a flying donkey? As long as you are a person who speak about science and you claim to be an engineer, at the same time you are a sheikh, and the Prophet, you know, he was in his bedroom, and then the donkey came to his room and he knocked at the window, and then when the angel, he tried to put Muhammad in the top of the donkey refused to receive Muhammad in the top of him. The Jibreel, he said to the donkey, aren't you ashamed of yourself? The donkey looked at Jibreel, says, what the heck? Why? He said to him, don't you know who's this? The donkey said, who is this? Jibreel, he said to him, this is Prophet Muhammad himself. And then the hadith says that the donkey was so ashamed of himself. Imagine yourself, Muslim, listen to me. Imagine you are the donkey. I don't know if you need to imagine that, because already you are in that state. Believing in those stories, you must be a donkey. So imagine you are the donkey who come to carry Muhammad, and now you refuse to let the Prophet to sit on top of you. How embarrassing for you. And then the Prophet, when he heard this conversation between the angel Jibreel and the donkey, he felt so proud. The angel saying to the donkey, do you know who is he? I mean, he, by the way, Muslims, why the angel did not tell the donkey, hey, by the way, we are going to pick up Muhammad? I mean, to save him the embarrassment. And why this donkey don't want to take Muhammad? Is that because he stink or he's dirty and not take a shower? I mean, what's the point? I mean, he's a donkey anyway. And don't you notice this story is so good? Beautiful, beautiful story. Anyway, I'm sure that this donkey, you know, he felt he is very honorable because he got the opportunity to make the Prophet jump in the top of him. You know, this is a big opportunity. I mean, those are kind of opportunity happen to you once, you know, in lifetime for any donkey in the world. I don't know. I have to say that Islam is so strong, and the Prophet was so strong. That's why the Prophet, he used to F all his wives in one night. Yet he could not have one baby. Obviously, he was shooting blank. Husband, did you check your bullets? The Prophet was shooting non-stop, brother, all his wives, and then no babies. Why? I mean, what happened? I don't know. And then the Prophet, with all his stories, which all of them proven to be true. Like, you know, first time when I saw this hadith about the donkey refusing the Prophet to jump on him, I said, here, there's some honesty in this story. Because why the Muslim, they will say, even donkey don't want to have Muhammad to get close to him. Why? You tell me. Listen. Al-Buraq was brought to the Prophet. See, and there his name was B-H-U something. Here is S-A-W. I mean, sound like Sadhguru. Depend on the location. When he is making a lecture with the blonde women in Los Angeles, he dressed different and he have a different perfume. When he is in India, he said differently and he dressed differently and he have a different makeup. But anyway, just forget about Sadhguru. Sadhguru is just another fraud like Muhammad. But Sadhguru is a smarter one, like he says stupid things like love is not exist. And then he said, my wife, she loved me. Love never exists. Do your wife love you? Absolutely. What the heck? You just said love never exists. Do you love your wife? I love my wife. And then in different place he said love does not exist. It's not real. Anyway, just let it go. So the Buraq was brought to the Prophet. Here you notice something very important, by the way, something very sensitive information. You will notice that the Buraq is brought to the Prophet. Not the Prophet was brought to the Buraq. I mean, do you see how strong the story? The Buraq, which is the flying donkey which have two wings in his ass, may Allah ask him, he is the one who was brought to the Prophet, case sensitive. Why? Very simple, brother. Because the Prophet is more important than the Buraq. The Buraq is important, is the limousine of Allah. However, because the Prophet is more important, so the Buraq came to the Prophet, not the Prophet came to the Buraq. Take a point. This is point number 1 for Prophet Muhammad. So he was brought for Prophet Muhammad in the night of Isra. Buraq only come at night. Take a note. Why? Because he is very shy and case sensitive. In fact, I heard some stories, I'm not sure if this is the reason. He is naked. Yeah, this donkey is naked and he is so shy. So he don't like to walk between people and people looking at his, he don't wearing no pant or anything. I mean, totally naked, So he come at night only. That's why nobody saw him. Okay? So he come at the night of Isra and he was saddled. Look, he's ready. See? They have a garage in the heaven of Allah. They clean the donkey, they saddle the donkey, they comb his hair, they put eyeliner in the donkey, his tail is clean, perfect, yeah. And then, renamed, I don't know if I'm saying the word correctly, renamed, is that, let me use Google, peace be upon him, to, how to say this word, excuse my English. And now maybe Hijabis don't speak with English. Your Prophet do not even know his name. Hold on. All right. Rain, the same as rain? How is that will work? I don't know. Anyway, so the donkey simply, and then, but he shied. What the heck, those words, I never heard of them before. He shied. He shied from him. Oh, shied from him. Yeah. So the donkey, he don't want to the donkey, he don't want the Prophet to get close to him. And, he want to stay away. So he is shy. He don't want to get close to Muhammad. And then, so Jibreel said to him, is it from Muhammad that you do this? Huh? By your Lord, there is no one more honorable to your Lord than him. Brothers, those are true stories. It is documented, it is true, and there is witnesses. Jibreel and the donkey, 2 witnesses is enough in the court. Not to forget to mention Prophet Muhammad himself is equal to 1,000 liars. So the Jibreel, he was so upset from the donkey. What are you doing, man? This is the most honorable. Jibreel, by the way, as long as he is the most honorable. I mean, shouldn't Allah send him like a limousine you see, if this is about honor, you see, Jesus is very humble, so he used a donkey because he's humble. Muhammad is the most honorable. Going to visit Allah, and Allah send him a donkey? Okay. So here we see that the donkey, as a reaction, I wish the donkey at that time he have a YouTube. Man, that would be a nice video. Listen, the donkey, he started sweating heavily. Do you see what happened to the donkey after that? Do you see the size of the embarrassment? So imagine Ali Dawah is the donkey coming to pick up the Prophet. And he did what he did. And then the angel Jibreel, he screamed at him, saying to him, shame on you. The donkey starts sweating his ass. He started dripping like water. He's sweating because he's so terrified. What I did. Now they will report me to Allah, and they will tell Allah that I did shine from Prophet Muhammad, who was going to ride in the top of my back. Fatima saying Quran explained in biology 1400 years ago. That's deep. So why Lili Dawah is saying scientific miracles is debunked, Fatima? Can your husband call me Fatima so he can explain to us the scientific miracles of the biology, in biology? Listen carefully, brother. 1400 years ago, the scientific biology discovered in the Quran before all mankind. Like what, Fatima? Like the sperm coming from the backbone of the man. And women, they have a sperm coming from their ribs. Do you have a sperm, Fatima? If there is anyone from the Muslims who want to talk about it, I don't mind. Just text me. I will be happy to take you in Skype and I will talk to you. Oh, we have somebody who's a Muslim. Let us see. I hope he will answer. Hello? Hello? Yes, I hear you. Go ahead.
Are you going to run today too?
Well, you are the same person. Each time I ask you, you give me an answer. You got your prophet busted, and I'm done with you.
Why are you running from a woman? Just be a man.
Because you are stupid.
You know what? You insult me stupid. You insult me half brain.
Okay, isn't it you? Isn't it your prophet who said you are half a brain? Is it me or your prophet?
My prophet didn't say anything.
Okay, I will put the hate in front of you as long as this is what you said, and then you read it and you tell me if he said that you are half a brain or not. Is that all right?
I don't follow hadith. I follow only the Quran.
You cannot follow the Quran only. You see, you said my prophet did not say that, and now you say you want to follow only the Quran. So how you asking me? How you say to me my prophet did not say that? What your prophet say is not going to be in the Quran. Are you stupid or what? What your prophet said is his said. Listen, you're stupid. That's why I say you're stupid. I say to you, your prophet said. You said to me, my prophet did not say. I say, let me show you the hadith. You said to me, I don't follow the hadith. But we are talking about what the prophet said, not what Allah said. So you are stupid again. Go ahead. What do you want to say?
So you telling me I'm stupid? Did the prophet said I'm stupid?
Yes.
Did the prophet say that? You insult me. Use the S word.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
You know why? You know why I never insulted you back, because my religion taught me manners.
Your prophet teach you to call me an infidel, pagan, sick, a pig, a liar, the worst of animals, the worst of creatures, monkey. So don't tell me we don't insult the Christians. All your religion is based on insulting the Christians, and we can go to the Quran. But hold on. I want you to read with me what your prophet said. Your prophet said that Muslim women, they have deficiency in their wisdom and their intelligence. Do you see the screen?
So you want me to believe something that was written after his death, 200 years after his death?
So are you saying to me that you Muslims don't accept what the Muslim they wrote after Muhammad about him?
Allah describes the Muslim, those Arabs, as some of them, the worst of creatures.
Okay, so you just said we Muslim, we've been ordered to respect everybody, and now you are saying the Arab, and I am an Arab, we are the worst of the creatures.
Allah says, you are asking me Muslim road, and I say Allah says.
So Allah, He can insult us, and you can repeat the insult, and you are racist because now you are insulting, and now you are insulting me. I'm an Arab. Just because I'm an Arab, you are saying I'm the worst of the creature. Thank you very much. What is your nationality? You are from Afghanistan?
I'm saying the Quran says, Allah says in the Quran that some of the Arabs are worse of disbelievers.
Okay,
They're asking
but why you don't want to tell me why you said you reject what your prophet said, and you said to me things which is written after Muhammad that we don't accept, but everything you have is written after Muhammad. Listen, is the Quran was the Quran written before Muhammad or after Muhammad?
Allah says.
Was the Quran written after Muhammad or before Muhammad?
Allah says.
Was the Quran written before Muhammad or after Muhammad?
During his time, the Quran was revealed during.
So why you call the Quran of Uthman if this is during his time?
It was his time. It was reviewed.
So why you call it? What do you mean reviewed? No, because everybody have his own Quran. There's many Quran. Listen, Uthman, he burned all the Quran, and you don't have a single Quran of them, including the Quran of Uthman. And even the one we have now, it is coming from a guy. His name is Hafiz. He exists 200 years. In verse number 94. And I can open any translation you want. What translation you like? We have shish kebab translation. We have hummus translation. We have falafel translation. All of them are falafel anyway. So tell me which one you like. We'll put it for you on the screen and people will die laughing.
I'm searching. Chapter 10.
While you are searching, it's chapter 10, verse number 94. Let me go stop. Chapter 10, verse 94. 94 is the one before 95, and it is after the verse 93, which means 94 between 93 and 95. 96 is after 95, but 94 is before 96, and 95 and 94 is between 93 and 95. I hope I make it more clear for you. Still you cannot find it?
I'll be with you.
I mean, after all this interpretation and tafsir, 94 between 95 and 93, and after it 96, still until now you could not find it. Do you want to call a friend?
I've seen it.
Oh, you've seen it now? Okay, that's good.
Okay, so if Allah says, was Allah talking to the Christians?
No, he was talking to the Hindu. He's talking to Muhammad.
Yes.
Yeah, he told Muhammad, if you have a doubt about your belief, which means Muhammad you don't believe is a prophet, go and ask the Christian and the Jews. So how we are not the one who don't understand our book, yet your prophet is the one who don't understand what he's talking about. He been told by Allah, listen, Abatato, go to Christian Prince. If you have any question, come to him. He will teach you. He will spank you. He will educate you. It's in your front of you. Yet you are saying that we Christian, we don't understand our book, but you turn to be that Muhammad himself is the last one to know what he's doing. Why Allah want to send Muhammad to the Christian and the Jews so they can teach him? Who is he?
Okay, let me respond, please.
Respond.
That was the angel and the Torah, not the Bible.
It said the people of the book, you idiot.
The angel.
What angel? What angel? It's Injil. It's Injil, not angel. Angel is a malak. Listen, it says, ask the people of the book. Ask the people of the book. The people of the book. It's us. It is the human. It's not the book. It's not the book. Ask the Christians and the Jews.
I'm saying the Jewish people, they've hidden.
I don't have time for stupidity. Sorry, I cannot handle you. Thank God I am single. Otherwise, I will commit suicide. Oh boy. Oof. You Christian do not know your Bible. You do not know why you are calling me half a brain. Your prophet called your prophet. I don't believe in what they say about the prophet. He said. So what Islam is about? They deny what the Quran say. They deny what the Tafsir say. They deny what the Hadith says. So what is left? Brother, Islam is strong. But Hadith is da'if. Quran is da'if. Tafsir is da'if. Muslim are da'if. So who's strong? And they send me a woman. There's a billion Muslim man. They send me a female. And my mom, she called me, son, are you going to get married soon? Like, what the heck, mom? You don't know what's going on. Women these days are different. I don't know what's happening. I guess it is the ice cream they are eating these days. I don't know. But not all women, for sure. I'm just joking. I mean, those crazy, unbelievable. And especially this woman, she keep calling me and she will call again. It's a curse. Do we have any Muslim? This idiot, he keeps saying to me, Christian Prince, are you black? My friend, why even you care if I'm black or a blonde, or are you a racist? Are you black? Are you black? Are you black? Christian Prince, are you black? Christian Prince, are you black? Are you black, Christian Prince? Do you have a diarrhea? Are you mental? People who ask about color are only the racist, because they don't see you as a person, they see color only. If I'm black or Asian or white, what that will do to you, you donkey? We are all children of Adam and Eve. God Almighty, He sent His only begotten Son because He loves us all. He don't love the white alone, or the black alone, or the Asian alone. So learn good manner when you speak to people. Don't ask them what is your color, donkey. Only racist, they see color. Only racist. And there's a lot of them. Anyway, do we have any brave Muhammadan would like to call us? Anyone? Every single stupid miracle in the Quran is defeated. Get my books and read and laugh. And soon, actually, I'm going to publish my Quran and Science second edition in Amazon, so you can have it, because people are asking for it for long. Any Muhammadan? What a drama! What a collapse of this cult! You see those people? It's like God is great. God is amazing. Sometimes you ask yourself, okay, why the Lord allow those people to grow? Like, they became famous and etc. It sounds like there is a moment where those famous ones, they will drop their poo-poo over the devil. And the more they grow, the more the poo-poo will become like a big, huge nuke. It turned to be, it's for the benefit of the good God. He let them grow. So when they grow, they demolish their own cult. Because many, they build their faith on what they say.
Like as if they thought that it was a slip of the tongue. I'll repeat it again, very carefully. The scientific miracles argument in the Quran got debunked. Yeah, I hope my tajweed was on point. So when I said this, a lot of Islamophobes were celebrating as if I was like, oh my gosh, like this video is going to be me apologizing. And no, listen, it got debunked. Now let's give some context for some Muslims so they can understand. For example, and I'll tell you where this comes from, and you know why many people in the Duat, YouTubers, my colleagues, like brothers that I work with, didn't do a video. Why did you say that? Because they know it as well. In what sense? Brothers and sisters.
Brother and sister, and now he will try to explain his poo-poo. What the Muhammadan they do when they get bigger, and this is for our benefit, and this is why we use their videos. They become our comedy. I mean, I can't find a better comedy, honestly. Like, I laugh at Muhammad, I laugh at the Hadith, I laugh at the Quran, but those, they are like the Christmas light. We, they are the comedy, the best comedy ever. Only stupid one will accept for a second anything to do with science and his belief. You see, we Christians, if somebody will start telling me about scientific miracle in the Bible, I will laugh at him. What does the Bible have to do with science? Well, what is that? What do you mean science? Oh, in the book of Job, it says the earth is hanged on nothing. This is, my friend, this is not science. This is science, is something else. If it agree with science or not, that is not a reason for us to believe in the Bible. What if it does not agree with the science? As an example, Jesus is born of a virgin. That it does not agree with the science. But you believe in it, don't you? So only foolish people, they go in that direction, and because Islam is dead, so Muslims, they try to revive the dead. So they start kissing in the mouth. They start pumping gas in the anus. They start, Islam is like that guy story. I don't know if I told you. There's a scholar, this is a story written in their books. There's a guy, he died. And you know, Muslims, when somebody died, they take off his clothes and they wash him. And they put a piece of cotton in his anus. And that because they don't want the 99 dragons to go inside his anus when he go in the grave. So one of the Muslims scholars, he said, this man is not dead. The other Muslim, they says, how do you know? He's not moving. He's like that for a long time on the bed. He's not moving. He's naked. So he said, for if you put your finger in his anus, it is warm. Which means this guy behind them, without telling them, when he went alone with this man, he put his finger in his anus. Otherwise, how he knew? And then every single one attending the funeral start placing his finger in the anus of the dead man. Imagine the whole funeral. All the men in the funeral, they want to check really if what he is saying is true. If the man is dead. And how we know? We place our finger in the anus. That is Islam. Islam is a dead God, dead Muhammad. And the Muslim now, they are trying an experiment, putting their finger in the anus to say to us, Islam is still warm, it is not dead. But they forgot at the end of the day, they just pushed their finger in the anus. Warm or not, it is an anus. And you cannot fix it. You cannot make it work. And those videos is nothing but a chain of madness and drama. And Islam is collapsing.
Wallahi, this person is a disaster that has
Shut up. Don't talk about Sheikh Yasser Qadhi like that. I mean, how in the world do you say such a thing? And what happened to your hair? Camel urine, too much acid, you lose it.
Should be shut down. His channel should be, Yasser Qadhi should be shut down. 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 Yasser Qadhi should be shut down.
I like it.
Yasser Qadhi should be shut down. His channel should be shut down. He should never be allowed to open his mouth about Islam. Wallahi. Wallahi, this person is a disaster that has engulfed this ummah.
When you do a deep dive is when things get very, very awkward and difficult.
No. No. If you want misguidance, listen to Yasser Qadhi.
The preservation of the ahruf, is it 1, is it 3, is it 7?
Yasser al-Qadhi, I accuse you. You are worse than the layman people. You failed. You failed.
This is not a joke, brothers and sisters. The issue of ahruf and qira'at caused confusion to somebody whom the Prophet ﷺ said, if you want to listen to the Quran directly, listen to Ubay.
ما في مشكلة تكفير يا أخي. Live. We don't care.
The most advanced of our scholars, they're not quite fully certain how to solve all of the unanswered questions in there.
Yasser Qadhi, when you see him on a video, click X.
Traditional understandings of ahruf and qira'at cannot answer
some of these pressing questions that are now being poked.
When you hear him, close your ears. Lest you want to be exposed to fitna.
The standard narrative has holes in it. That's what I'm going to say.
This quote-unquote renowned scholar, he's a da'i. He does not qualify to be a scholar.
I would advise Dr. Yasir Qadhi to stop indulging in this because this is not his field. He's not an authority to say.
If I were to give you a blank mushaf, yeah, and tell you to write what is munazzal verbatim from Allah into that mushaf with no human interference, would you write something which corresponds?
It's not an easy answer. It's not an easy yes or no. That
I think this
Quran
should be
is-
an easy yes or no, though. Yes, I have to.
Okay.
What would you write?
You're pushing me.
I'm telling it to you flat out. You may not listen to anything that Yasir Qadhi has to offer. Zero. Nada. Nothing.
And my argument is very straightforward. So what if a lot of people said something, it doesn't make it right? The fact that 99% of your teachers say something doesn't mean it is the correct truth.
His criticism applies to the entire Islamic tradition.
Of course, anything that Yasir Qadhi says at this point is probably wrong. We are at a point with Yasir Qadhi where if he says the sky is blue, I have to double check 3-4 times.
It seems like Yasir Qadhi's lying. That's just the reality. Yasir Qadhi seems to be lying.
There has never been 2 copies of the Quran that are different even in one letter or one word.
Is that true? It's not true.
If you were to compare 2 printed Qurans, you're going to see differences between them.
And the second.
By the way, this video is made by Hatun. So if you want the video, it's here. This is not my made. I'm not going to collect a bunch of kids here. But anyway, it's just for fun.
Second video, he's clear about the reality, and he affirms the reality. So those are 2 different things.
I wish and pray that Allah Azza wa Jal will guide him. Allah guide him, Ya Rabbi guide him. And if Allah doesn't have it in His decree to guide him, so that we don't have to hear him rant about any Islamic subject matter, from the accused the Prophet ﷺ of having ill intentions with Zainab bin Jahash, to now claiming that shirk is not shirk. What is left for this guy? Quran has the narrative of the Quran has holes in it. The standard narrative. What is left for this person?
The standard narrative does not answer some very pressing questions. The standard narrative has holes in it. That's what I'm going to say.
I'm telling you, if you continue to listen to him, very soon there will be no more foundations of Islam. They're being...
Whoa, 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 whoa. If you continue listening to him, few more, there's no more foundation left for Islam. Did I say that? It's not me. Who said that? The Muhammadan. And yet they claim that Islam is strong.
Narrative has holes in it. That's what I'm going to say.
I'm telling you, if you continue to listen to him, very soon there will be no more foundations of Islam. They're being destroyed in front of you, one after the other.
I believe that he finds the topic of the qira'at to be problematic for like the layman audience, and therefore he simply lied. That's what I believe.
Well, what's wrong with you? You used to be a good person before. Let Allah who guides whom He will, and misguide whom He will.
Oh boy, look, did you see the last edit when he said, Allah, He guide who He will and misguide who He will? Did you see the wisdom? They just admitted at the last moment clip that Allah is shaitan, Satan. Allah, He guide who He will and misguide who He will. So why you are angry from the guy? If he is misguided, that means it's Allah. And if he is guided, it's Allah. People, do you understand the stupidity of this cult? He just said, Allah is the one who misguides and Allah is the one who guides. So why are you angry from him?
Lied. That's what I believe.
Well, what's wrong with you? You used to be a good person before, but it's Allah who guides whom He will and misguide whom He will.
See? That is Islam. They are worshipping Satan, and Satan is their God, their sermon, their idol, their black stone. Muhammad is their God. Allah is just a name. You know, Muhammad he used as a sex toy so he can place his finger in every Muslim anus. That is the truth. That is the truth. And you cannot even find one Muslim. Muslims are not attacking him. Every Muslim attacked the other Muslim. Why? Because this is Islam. Who is the one who killed the Caliphate Uthman? Muslims. Omar. Muslims. All of them. Who killed them? Muslims. Who killed the family of Muhammad? Muslims. Who made the daughter of Muhammad lose her baby? Omar. Who is the one who burned her house? Omar. Who is the one who caused his death? Omar. Who is the one who took an army to kill Ali and his family? Aisha. She took 10,000 men army to kill Ali. What a filthy religion. A bunch of criminals, the companion of Muhammad. This is Aisha, the one who says she was a child when she married Muhammad. Now she is a beast. Muhammad, he died. And Muhammad, he made her in a certain position because of her father. So now she is abusing her position after Muhammad's death, her and her family, and she started killing everyone who opposed her or opposed her father, including Ali. Is it true that the moon split? Actually, I believe the moon split, you know. Today actually is a super moon. I want to go, I'll show you. I will take a picture. There's a crack, and the American, I have a clear evidence that they use a crazy glue to glue the moon together. I mean, the Muslim, by the way, when they say those stuff, we laugh. Why? Because even in that chapter, it doesn't say anything. It says that there is a moon, and that moon is split. It doesn't say who did it. It didn't say when it happened. It doesn't say what happened. Always says the judgment day is night and the moon is split, which means it's a false prophecy, because Muhammad, he predict that this is a sign from God, and Allah told him that this is the sign of the judgment day started. So regardless if this is happening or not, this is again proving Muhammad to be a fraud, because did the judgment day really is near so soon? Because this is the start of the judgment day. Otherwise, why Allah he split the moon? Same time, he said, when they see a miracle, they turn aside away and they say this is a magic. Who is the one who saw the miracle? You see, if the moon is split, and Muhammad, his existence was 600 years after Jesus, the moon should have split around the world, at least the areas where there's night. Correct? Which means all the territory where the Roman are located, they can see the same moon in the same and Persia, and even Pakistan, and even in part of India. So they can see how the moon split, but there's no historian ever report such a thing. The stupid Muhammad, he is talking about eclipse, and he claimed this is a miracle from his God, because they keep asking for a miracle. Same time, if you search in the Quran, you will find in the chapter 13 as an example, still the Arab, they say to Muhammad, we wish you have only one sign, just one sign. If the moon miracle happened, so how come there is verses coming after, long after, saying Allah saying himself, he did not give any miracle? Chapter 17, verse number 59 as an example. Al-Isra. Just to show you the stupidity of this Quran. The same chapter is about supposedly Muhammad going to the moon or to the sky, right? And this goes in verse number 1. Verse number 1 saying, praise be to Allah, the one who took his slave to the heaven. Okay, wonderful. Then how in the world you say you're stupid? Few verses after, 59 verses in the same chapter saying you never did a miracle to Muhammad. Are you with me? Imagine I'm writing a book, and then in the first page I say, guys, today God, he took me to the seventh heaven. What an amazing miracle. And then in page number 59 say, my God told me he refrained from giving me any miracle. So how you do say in the beginning, in the first line, that you did a miracle by taking me in the top of a flying donkey, and the donkey, he was shied away from me, and then the Jibreel, he scolded him, he shouted at him, says, shame on you. Don't you know that this is a Prophet Muhammad, who is the most honorable person in the world? When the donkey, he don't want to, ride him. And then you say that Allah, he refrained from sending miracles because people don't believe it anyway. Which means even the Quran itself is not a miracle. Because if Allah is saying he refrained from sending miracles, and this is a verse in the Quran, that means the Quran itself cannot be considered as a miracle. Because the Quran says Allah, he refrained from what? From giving miracle. So imagine I am making miracle now, and I say to you, I refrain from making miracle. If the Quran is a miracle, well, Allah is saying a miracle right now. So how he say he refrained from miracle? Are you with me? Anyone have difficulty to understand what I'm saying? The Muslim, they say, another side, they say the Quran itself is a miracle, which is stupid. I mean, the one who knows Arabic, he will see how silly it is. If the Quran is a miracle, so how Allah, he say he refrained from giving miracle? Isn't it the Quran itself is a miracle? This is why we find Islam is very laughable, and we see there's a huge collapse between the Muslims. And all this drama. Name for me one person the Muslim don't make a video against him. One Muslim don't accuse him and attack him. Why? Because simply Islam is a scam. They are not in agreement in the scam. Everybody running his own business, a scam business. Mimi Hijab, he have whole pages in Facebook and Twitter just to attack Muslims. And Muslims, they have a lot of pages to attack Yasser Qadhi, Mimi, Susu, Dudu, Fufu, you name it. And you will notice that because those Muslims are so decent, extremely decent, brother, they even fabricate lies against each other to make each other look bad. Can you believe it? And this is one of the tactics of Muhammad Hijab.
Bismillah, walhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salam ala rasulillah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and welcome all viewers. Today we're going to be taking a look at this video that Muhammad Hijab posted entitled Sajid Backstabs Again, Muhammad Hijab Responds. Now this video was not posted to Muhammad Hijab's main YouTube channel, but rather it was posted on a YouTube channel called SP Files, which has 161 videos, and it says that this channel will unveil the extremism of Salafi publications and its affiliates. So here we have an entire channel filled with videos from both Muhammad Hijab and Ali Dawah, where they are refuting Muslims. They are making videos against other Muslims. In fact, that is the entire purpose of this channel. But before moving on, let's talk a little bit about Salafi publications. For those of you who aren't familiar with it.
So all the videos here, they are attacking each other and speaking about how they do bully. They bully each other in the city of Medina, city of Mecca.
Once were. But that brings me to Muhammad Hijab and Ali Dawah. Now that we know a bit of the history of SPubs, if we analyze these two individuals, then we'll find that the tactics that they use are ironically similar to the tactics that they criticize SPubs for. We mentioned that SPubs became popular initially due to our lack of scholarship in the West. So they were presented as knowledgeable figures who should be giving da'wah. And once they rose to prominence, they maintained that power, in many cases, through peer pressure and bullying. Now, if we look at Muhammad Hijab, how did he rise to prominence? He did so by presenting himself as an intellectual who should be giving da'wah in the West. And just as we said, Salafi publications had some good with them, there's no doubt that Muhammad Hijab and Ali Dawah both have some good with them. Muhammad Hijab is a skilled debater.
This is what the Muslims do. They in the beginning they praise you and then they give you a screwdriver after a second. You just say they are bully. So what do you mean they're good on them? So this is what the Muslims do to each other. Mimi Hijab, he says the same. He screwed this guy, he humiliated this guy, he showered him with dirt and poo-poo, and then he said, but you know, there's some good thing about him, by the way. There's an idiot in the chat, he said the following. Where is the idiot? Hold on. I will not block you, by the way, you are welcome. I don't know what this name is, it sounds like a train. Islam might be that have thing that is incorrect, but CP is a pretty bad Christian teacher. He is not born again yet. He has not fully forgiven, truly forgiven. Shall I forgive Shaitan, brother? How I can be born again according to you? By hugging the liars? You must be a good man. You know, this is an example of the scumbags. They come here. They never fought for the truth. They never risked their life. They never made one Muslims leave Islam and see the truth. And then they come here to school you, and you are bad. My friend, I am honored to be the one you describe me this way. If that would make thousands and thousands of people come to Christ. You are just a scumbag yourself. And you are jealous because you are sitting like a rat, you never do any work, and you are here coming to criticize someone you are no match to because you are so small. If you are good, go and open your channel and make videos and bring people to the true faith. But you are just a stabber. While I'm here trying to save the Muslims from the garbage of Muhammad, you are coming here to attack me. Who care? I love. I will add you to the Muslims. I want to let you know that there is no way a Christian person, he will not like what I do. Unless he is satanic. Why? Isn't it Jesus, he called even the Jews serpent? Is that true, Christians? Did the Messiah call the Jews who worship the true God? Did he call them serpent? Did the Messiah call them evildoers? Did he call them hypocrite? Did he call them liars? Did he say that